What's going on YouTube? My name is Peyton, aka Mr. Recruiter, and I am from the Everything College Basketball Podcast / Facebook group. And today, we are 20 days away from the start of college basketball. And I can't be more excited. So for now, because we're 20 days away, I've been thinking about doing this for a couple weeks now. Haven't really had the time to figure stuff out on how I want to do it. But I've been ready for a couple weeks, like I said, and I just now decided to do this. I think it'll be a lot of fun. That way I can show my knowledge, especially because I mentioned it. My name is Peyton, but AKA, I go by, my alias is Mr. Recruiter. I was given that name just because of how in-depth I was with the recruiting scene of college basketball and how well I did with keeping people up to date with that, giving my own crystal ball predictions, and 90% of the time I was correct on those. And before, on our old website, which is not available now, we need to get a new one made, we had a recruiting section just for me, and I was giving my crystal ball predictions. And as I was giving my crystal ball predictions on a certain player, so let's just say like Cade Cunningham, for example, because I know for sure he was on there, I'd give my crystal ball prediction for him. But at the bottom of it, in the text, I would give my own scouting report of basically me, just basically giving you guys an update on what I think their strengths and weaknesses are. And just basically a scouting update. You guys should already know what that is by now. But, so I did that, but I only did it written. I didn't have, like, any video proof or anything like that. So for now, I'm calling this the countdown to tip-off since we're 20 days away. I am going to be reviewing. I have 5 clips. I'd probably do like 5 to 8 clips. I'm going to try to keep it under 15 minutes long because I don't want to go on forever and ever. But it depends on how many clips I can get and how long I want to do this. But basically, I'm going to be reviewing the incoming freshmen coming into the season, the big-time freshmen coming into the season. And to start off, we got a lot of Kentucky fans in the group. And one of my favorite players coming into this year, Tyty Washington, is going to be the first freshman that I'm going to be reviewing. I got 5 clips of him. You can see one of them on the screen right now. But I got 5 clips of him that I'm going to show you guys and I'm going to review. And Tyty Washington, he's a 6'3" guard, point guard. He was a number 14 ranked prospect out of the 2021 class. Number 4 overall point guard in the 2021 class. Obviously, he's committed to Kentucky for this season. Big-time player. Going to do big things at Kentucky, or at least he should. And enough of the jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and get into it. Basically how I'm going to do this here for these clips, I'm going to play it out normally without me talking, without me stopping and rewinding. So I'm going to play it out normally, and then I'll rewind it and show you guys some stuff that you might not catch on any other podcast or anything like that. So real quick, let's go ahead and start. So let's review it back and look like I turned the sound off just because the sound's very loud and I just don't want that in the background. So look like Tyty Washington, he's number 3 right here. He's on the left, or he's on the, right wing. Let me remove this real quick. So he's, obviously, I probably shouldn't remove it. He's right here, 11.2 seconds left to go in this first half, to end the first half. He plays for AZ Compass. Forgot to mention that. They're playing against the number 1 team in the nation on high school basketball in Montverde. They're down 9 points, 28. They're down 11 points, excuse me. They're down 28-17. So clock's running down. Obviously, you want to give it to your best players. Tyty Washington, he's a point guard, but he's playing off ball, which that'll be a common theme throughout the rest of these clips. So real quick, what Tyty Washington does, he comes out to here. He gets the ball about, I think, right here. Let me get rid of this ink. So look like we want to fast forward it here, go a little bit slow-mo. So he comes around here to get the ball with like 10 seconds to go because obviously you want to get into your best player's hands. So what he does a good job here because you see this defender. He's leading out with his left arm. He's trying to jump this pass. He's trying to cheat it. That way he can get a wide-open layup for his team and potentially stop them from scoring or stop them from gaining any momentum going into the second half. But Tyty Washington does a good job of holding them off with his strength, and he's able to hold them off here. Now he's got about 7.5 seconds to work. Number one thing I want to talk about here. And this is on Tyty Washington. I'm reviewing Tyty Washington, but I'm also reviewing some stuff on how I would defend him myself as a defender. And this right here is not it. Because Tyty Washington, he is very quick. He has a very good quick first step. If you look right here, if you look at this defender, a couple things I want to talk about here. For one, his right foot is right, or his left foot is right there. He's basically, how would I explain this? He's basically trying to make him go towards the right wing here, which that would be fine if you had a help side defender like right here. That would be fine to do that. But why I don't agree with this is there's nobody here. This paint right here is wide open as he can get. And Tyty Washington, as you'll see here in a minute, has a beautiful mid-range game. Very underrated. That's probably one of his strengths coming into this year is his ability to make shots from the mid-range. So real quick, he gives him too much space on this right wing to allow him to drive up and get a wide open mid-range jump shot. What I would do, if you're going to make him go, if you're going to force him any direction, I would plant myself right here and force him to go left. That way you got 1, 2, 3 defenders here for help side. And just in case if he tries to cross over and go back to the right, you still have this guy right here to potentially stop him from going in the paint. But he doesn't do that. As you can see, he allows him to drive to the right here. But what gives him so open space is this one single hesitation he does. And I'll talk about how impressive this was and how effective this hesitation was here in a minute. So real quick, dribbling, 7 seconds, this little hesitation here. Now this defender's stance, he's a little bit wider. He's still giving him way too much space to go to the right side of the court. He's still giving him way too much space. He needs to be up on him, pressuring him, but he's not. So this one little hesitation here gets this defender to bring his left leg close to him. His momentum is facing to the other side of the court. This one hesitation just messed this whole defender up. Basically froze this whole defender, and it allows Tyty Washington with this one single hesitation move to gain a wide open jump shot here. Like I said, one of the best mid-range jump shots coming into this game. So real quick, I'll show you a little bit quicker pace here. Gets the ball, holds him off. Stop, hesitation. This man goes to the left here, goes to try to cut him off because he thinks he's going to cross him over. Way too much space now. All Tyty Washington has to do. This defender, even though he's going to cheat up here and try to help side, or try to come up with the help side defense, it's still not quick enough. Tyty Washington's athletic and he's very quick, and he can get a shot off quick as well. So he gets wide open here. Like I said, his defender's too late. He tries to come up a little bit, but yeah, he still has to stay close for that so he can stop that from wide open three. And way too much open space. Tyty Washington knocks it down. Real quick, before I end this clip, why does hesitation work so good? And this is a tip for all defenders. And I don't know if you guys are going to notice this, if you ever even thought about this. But this is something I learned in middle school. When you're defending anybody, whether it's a big, a guard, especially an explosive guard who's very quick and has good dribbling, if you can look at his eyes, I wish I could zoom in here. If you can look at his eyes are looking directly at Tyty Washington. That is something you never want to do. You never want to look him in the eyes, and you never want to stare at the ball. Because if you do that, a guy like Tyty Washington, who has great head movement and has great ball control, he can fake you out with just one little hesitation or like a simple in and out move. He can fake you out as he did. What you need to do as a defender is you need to look either at the number on the jersey or look what I do, or do what I do, and look straightly at their hips. Because if you do that, there's no way they can fake you out, and you'll be able to stay in front of them. So even if you are going to cheat up and make them force them to go right, you'll still be able to stay quick and stay active on defense and not get faked out with the hesitation. But Unfortunately, he does not. He stares them in the eyes, and obviously you guys seen what happened. That hesitation was just nasty. Gets the ball, hesitation, wide open, jump shot. Great way to end the first half. So that's the end of the first clip. Move on to the second clip here. And I forgot to turn the sound down. Oh well. Moving on to this first clip, second clip here. Actually, I probably should do this. Excuse me real quick. Alright, second clip here. Once again, he's playing off ball. Still playing number one team in the high school basketball in Montverde, down 9 points. Minute field in the third quarter. Tyty Washington, he's right here. He has a screener right here. This is another thing that I want to talk about for all the young kids out there, especially if you're in high school or especially if you're in middle school. This is something that everybody needs to do when you're coming off a ball screen. And I'll show you here real quick. But first, obviously, let you watch it from just normal speed. Alright, so back it up here. As you can see, the screen is right here. What Tyty Washington does, and it's something I just said, that every young player needs to do when you're coming off a ball screen. A lot of players, this dude, he knows he's going to get screened here. What a lot of people would do, let me refocus on him. What a lot of people would do coming off ball screens, what irritates the piss out of me, and sometimes they do it in the college game as well, is they'll come off the screen like this. They'll come off the screen like this, and that's something you should never do. Because if you come off the screen this wide, like I did on this line here, this allows this defender to basically cheat up and basically miss the whole screen, and it defeats the purpose of getting a ball screen. So what Tyty Washington does here is, let me clear, damn it. Okay, there we go, and get through that. I'm still trying to line this. What Tyty Washington does, as you can see, instead of coming off wide, which that's a no-no, he goes straight towards the defender with his screener. He goes straight towards the screener, and they touch shoulders, basically. He goes in tight, allows this defender to actually fill the screen. That gives Tyty Washington space to have 3 different options coming off this screen. Let's go ahead and play it. He has 3 options here. One option, he can drive with his quickness and his athletic ability. Just drive right past his defender in the paint and just go for a layup. That's an option. Or the screener is obviously going to do, he's going to roll to the basket. He can drop off a little dump pass here, a little bounce pass, a little dump pass over top, or he can throw the oop up to the rim here and allow him to go get it. That's an option. Or what he does instead, talking about that mid-range game, coming off this screen, he is so open. This right here, he still has enough space to get his jump shot on, or get his jump shot up, excuse me, and he's athletic enough to get his jump shot off quickly without getting blocked. He takes the jump shot instead, and obviously knocks it down. But young players, the number one key I want to talk about here is how you come off the screen. Instead of coming off the screen like this, going wide, and sometimes cutting it toward the rim, that's a no-no, because that's either A, going to allow the defender to cheat up and either go under the screen to cut you off, or he's going to go above the screen and still stick with you. Or what's going to happen is if you're going to come off the screen like that, and this defender comes off like this dude, the screener, is going to have to cheat up here, and that's going to be a legal screen. So always remember, if you're coming off a ball screen, go in tight. It's better to go in tight than go out wide and potentially get the ball stolen, or just basically defeats the purpose of a screen. So play this one more time so I can show you guys in full speed. Comes off the screen, one little jump shot there, or one little step, one little dribble. Gets a shot up, knocks it down. That's all it did. Moving on to the next one. Clip number 3. Alright, clip number 3. I'm just going to play it out. Alright, so this is dirty. Still playing Montverde. They're down 2. 58 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Let me rewind it a little bit more, my bad. So once again, it's another little pick and roll situation here. But instead of taking the screen, this time he's playing on ball too. Instead of taking the screen, like he can easily do, he can take the screen, he can be patient, he can get that little dish on the roll, or he can obviously go to the mid-range and shoot another jump shot. But what he does, he doesn't do a hesitation. He's still in triple threat position, but he's so quick, and it's another example of why this defender needs to be about right here. And why you should never try to cheat a screen like this, because I don't like players doing this, is you allow Tyty Washington, who's very quick, has a quick first shot, with all this much pain. Another thing I want to mention is this help side here. And two examples here on defensive. First of all, this big man. And I'll show you an example in a minute. Let me erase all this. So let's talking about this. Too much open space for Tyty Washington. This dude right here is trying to cheat up to potentially because he thinks he's going to go off this screen. And that allows Tyty Washington for open space. That should never happen. You need to be, this big guy right here needs to be about right here. That way, if he goes over the screen, you still allow opportunities for this dude right here to fight off the screen, or and you're still big enough to potentially get a nice jump, a nice contested shot. But he cheats up here. Also, this guy right here, as soon as he finds out this is this much open space, he needs to be about right here for the help side. And as you can see, he was too late for the upside. But play this out. Tyty Washington goes. Once again, this dude's late on the help side. He gets there, but he gets there just a second too late. He tries to take the charge. Tyty Washington, you already know what he's going to do. He's so athletic and quick that just a simple little Euro step here. Splits the defender. Gets him wide open for a layup. He ties the game up. Play it out normal. Denies the screen. Euro step. Tied ball game. 53 seconds to go against the number one team in the nation in Montverde. So, just a simple move there. A lot of people should know how to do this. Basically, this clip is to show a couple of tips on how to actually defend this or how to defend him. But Tyty Washington is just too quick, and he made the good decision to deny this screen. He's seen this open space here, or this whole open space here, and he just decided to just go and make a play himself. So that's the end of the third clip. Moving on to the next one. Alright, next clip here, clip number 4, gonna play it out normally. Alright, so this is another example of bad defense. So the up 1 point against Sunrise Christian, 30 seconds to go. Sunrise Christians, there's 3 seconds separating the game clock and the shot clock. So Sunrise Christian, they need a stop, or they need to either steal the ball, or they need a foul. So they're trying to steal the ball, they're trying to trap him, and they do a good job getting Tyty Washington the ball here. The Tyty Washington, he makes a great play here. He gets trapped. I'm just going to play this out here because I'm already seeing a couple mistakes here on the defense side of the ball. Mistake number 1, let's fast forward a little bit more. Is as you can see, Tyty Washington, he spin moves, and this just should never happen. This dude, forgot to go into the draw portion of the thing. Excuse me. So real quick here, go back to where I was. So he spin moves. He should never have this much open space to run baseline. Number 1, he does a good job of staying towards his left and potentially either stealing the ball or stopping over the top pass to number 0 here, or potentially passing it to this dude right here on the front of the court. But this dude right here needs to be cutting this baseline off, and he's not. And this allows Tyty Washington to just dribble right past him. And another thing, 1 defender, 2 defender, 3 defender, 4 defenders, 4 defenders, that's basically above the volleyball line. I don't know why that's the case. You're literally leaving 1 guy in the paint who has to guard 3 guys, as you can see here, and that's just this poor dude right here, number 24 in the red. He's in no man's land because Tyty Washington breaks the half court trap. 0 here, cuts to the rim, and obviously you've seen what happened. He Tyty Washington just dumps it off, makes the correct play, dumps it off, get a dunk, throw up 3 points with like 20 seconds to go. Tyty Washington did a good job of keeping his poise and staying composed while getting trapped and making the correct decision by going baseline. Because if you're going to give him baseline, he did a good job actually taking it, and he made the right decision dropping it off to number 0. So, bad defense, good decision by Tyty Washington. Now, final clip here. Tyty Washington, I actually don't know if this has to be an AAU game. So, real quick, let's fast forward a little bit. This dude, 14. Damn it, I keep forgetting to do this. Go to the draw. I'm going to get used to this eventually. So, real quick, let me fast forward it. 14, so he starts to dribble up to the right here. 14 does a nice job. They have a little rub screen here with Tyty Washington and this dude right here. It's not actually a pick, but it's basically what I would call a rub screen. He's just basically just sitting there for a little rub screen, as I would call it. What that does allows 14 to he comes out with the hedge, excuse me. He hedges out really hard, which is good. That's what you need to do. But he stays out way too long and allows Tyty Washington to make a big-time play here. And I forgot to go into full speed. Excuse me. Alright. So, like I said, this dude, 14 hedges, does a good job. Tyty Washington, he can definitely drop it off here if he wants to, but still a risky play because you never know. I don't know what's actually behind him right now or what's behind 32, but he can easily drop it off to 32 if he wants to, but he decides not to, which is the correct play in my opinion. What he does now is too much space here. This dude is already in no man's land. You can see it. Let me fast forward a little bit more. His momentum is heading towards this way. Because Tyty Washington can easily just drive by him like he did in that first clip I showed you guys. He can easily just do that. So that's why the defender is starting to cheat up that way, or his momentum is starting to go that way. But what Tyty Washington does differently is just one simple crossover. He does one simple crossover, and you can see what happens. This defender starts to go that way, so what Tyty Washington does, he crosses over, goes this way. This dude's in no man's lane. He has his back towards Tyty Washington, and allows for Tyty Washington to knock down a mid-range jump shot. Play it a little bit faster here for you guys. Just to see, his defender is now looking behind him. His momentum's still really going that way, but his foot's offset and he's not in a correct defensive stance. Tyty Washington, all he has to do is just dribble behind him. If this dude wants to recover, he literally has to turn this way, and that's just not enough time to recover the lost ground. Tyty Washington gets a wide open jump shot. So he gets it here, little rub screen, has it, crossover, jump shot. That's all day. So that's it. How long was I recording for? About 23 minutes. A little bit longer of a video, but it's fine. As long as I keep it at like 25 minutes, I'll be fine. But hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to record a couple times throughout the week. Like I said, it's only going to be all freshmen, all the incoming freshmen coming in this year. So give me suggestions on who you guys, or what you guys want to see next, or who do you want me to see review next. With that being said, leave a like on the video, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Go listen to the podcast, Everything College Basketball, on Anchor, Spotify, and all podcast hosting sites. Go join the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Everything College Basketball. Go buy our t-shirts, teespring.com/store/Everything College Basketball. My name is Peyton, aka Mr. Recruiter, and I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out. Peace, y'all.